What's up, guys? It's me, Jordan the Voices Guy, and welcome back to the video podcast. I think this is episode 6. Not sure, probably. How's everyone doing this week? My week's been interesting. A lot of ups and downs, but you know what? Feeling okay today. I had my 8 a.m. class, had some breakfast, and I came back to the room, and I'm still in my pajamas. Nothing wrong with that, Just trying to stay relaxed. But, changing into clothes when you got one class, it's not really worth it. But, changing clothes can be fun sometimes. Especially on my favorite holiday of the year, Halloween. How's that for a transition? Halloween is coming up. I'm recording this on the 21st of October, 2016. Not sure when this podcast will go up. Right now it's Friday, so if we follow the pattern of weeks previous, this should probably go up on Sunday, because something's gonna go wrong. But no, Halloween is my favorite holiday. I think it's a lot of fun. You get to dress up and be something you're not for one night, and you get free candy from people. Strange concept, I think we can all agree. Now, I believe there's someone rapped on the window. I don't know. I believe the concept of Halloween, I might be wrong, was years ago, a lot of people were impoverished, and then they decided that one night they would go from door to door asking people if they had any leftover food, like bread or soup, vegetables, that kind of thing. And somehow it evolved into people getting dressed up in costumes, like elaborate costumes, maybe frightening characters or, certain celebrity personalities, and asking for candy. I think that's what happened. But I always have a good time, you always got to go to the right houses and get that good candy. And then I used to go with a friend group, my good friends who would have me over for Halloween for, every year from 4th grade, 12th grade, so I guess that's 8 years, I believe. Could be wrong. Wait, no, that'd be 9 years, because you always have to add one. So we would go over to his house, and it'd be like a whole group of us, and we'd go trick-or-treating out in the neighborhood for a couple hours, and we'd go back to his house, and we'd all, empty our bags out on the carpet, and we do, the candy exchange, where you go, okay, you got the Twix, I got the Whoppers, let's trade, who's got M&Ms, who's got Snickers, that kind of thing. And that was always a really fun time. I don't know if I'll do any trick-or-treating this year, being in college and whatnot, but, who knows? I've seen some houses around. Maybe I can find some sort of costume and, I don't know, find a way to get some candy. Either that or just, be an adult and just buy some candy on sale the next day. But, I always enjoyed, making Halloween costumes, too, because, you could go to the store and get a costume, and I did that for years. But I think it was, 4th or 5th grade where I decided, you know what, why don't I just make a costume? Because, as some of you guys remember from years past, I used to, build puppets and whatnot. Some of you guys still think I do that. You guys comment on the puppet videos. And, I can, and I might in the future, but, I don't know. I do, but I don't. But I appreciate the comments. I was a very crafty kid. Decided, you know what, why don't I try making a costume? I remember the first one I ever made was a caveman. I was a caveman one year because my mom was cleaning out the hall closet, and she had this big furry brown vest. And I remember looking at it, and I immediately thought of, the Flintstones. They had those big pelt, cloaks or whatever they were. And I said, I gotta make that into a caveman costume. And she said, sure, if you want to. And so I wore that vest, and I got these claw slippers from a store. And I got my mom's, eyeliner or something, and drew in between my eyebrows, and I just, went out all caveman. I had a plastic wiffle ball bat, and I covered in duct tape to make it look like a club, and it was just a lot of fun. And from then on, I think every other year I would make a costume. I remember one year I made a scarecrow costume. That was a lot of fun. I got some burlap I put around my neck with some rope to make it look like it was an actual scarecrow head. I had gloves, and I got a shirt. I put patches on it. I got a bunch of straw. I made a hat that I had to use Mod Podge to make it stay in place so it wouldn't flop around, because it was this really flimsy fabric. But yeah, and then I remember one year I was. I guess I didn't make that costume. I was Mario once, but I like made a coin just because I thought you gotta have a coin. Uh, I forget what I was last. Oh! 1 year I was Cleveland Brown. I remember that. I think that was a couple years ago. I I was just kind of lazy. Every other year is like a lazy year. I was like, be Cleveland Brown. I wore a yellow shirt and I just got a big mustache and I picked my hair out. I was Cleveland Brown from the Cleveland Show. But I think the best costume I ever did, I was an old man 1 year. I think there's a picture out there somewhere of me as an old man. And I really went all out for this. I don't know why I really wanted to do it, because I'd seen people at school do it. They'd always wear a wig and they'd wear old people clothes and they'd have a cane. I was like, no, I gotta go, a little beyond. Actually, I made a vlog about this a couple years ago. Go, links in the description. But yeah, I remember that year was crazy because I, for whatever reason, decided, I'm just gonna cut my hair and just be bald, but not completely. I just wanted the top so I'd have the horseshoe going around. And so I asked my mom to do it, and she said, fine. She really didn't want to, but she's like, if you really want to, I'll do it. So I remember that on October 30th, I went to school, and everyone's like, Jordan, what are you gonna do for Halloween? I was like, you're gonna see. You'll see. I didn't want anyone to know. I was a total surprise. That night, my mom cut my hair just in the middle, and then we got some cornstarch and hairspray to make my hair look all gray. And I made a fake gut out of foam rubber, and I put that in this big shirt. And then my pants all tucked up high, and I wore my dad's loafers. And my mom drew some wrinkles all over my face, and I was going all. I did the voice. Hi there, everybody. How you doing? And I think I had a cane during trick or treating, but yeah, that was the most ridiculous costume. And I remember my calculus teacher. When I went in first period, he saw my costume and he's like, "Whoa! How'd you do that with your head?" He's like, "Oh," I was like, "Oh, my mom cut it," and I'm pretty sure he thought I was joking, because he apparently told the classes after that. He's like, "Yeah, that Jordan kid wore a bald cap and he looks kind of bald." Little did he know, I actually cut my hair. And the strange thing about that was, even though I cut just the middle of my hair and I horseshoe, I was, for whatever reason, too lazy to cut the rest of it right after. So I think for a couple of days I was just kind of bald, and I'd go in public and wear a hat. But yeah, that was a crazy year. But yeah, it is weird. Not, I don't know, I guess I can trick or treat, but it's just kind of, I don't know, socially unacceptable for an adult to go trick or treating unless they got a little sibling or something. But who knows? I mean, this is a college area, so maybe people expect the college kids to want to trick or treat. I'm sure other college students have different things they're doing, going to parties and turning up. It's not really my vibe at all. Really, not really at all. So I'll find something to do. Maybe I'll watch a movie. Not a scary movie. It's not my thing either. I'll find something to do. But yeah, one thing I really need to focus on though is finding a costume, because I still have no idea what I want to be. Honestly, I've been really preoccupied with classes. I mean, because education's the main priority, Mom, Dad, education. So yeah, I haven't really been thinking about what do I want to do for Halloween, especially because I haven't really been thinking that Halloween was coming up, but it's in 10 days, so I gotta make that decision. And I really have no idea at all. So if you have any suggestions, if anything you want me to be for Halloween, leave a comment below. Or, I don't know, somewhere. I might promote this on Instagram or something. Oh, but yeah, it's just insane. It is my favorite holiday, but I mean, there's other stuff I gotta focus on. I got school. I'm volunteering at the school's drama department, working in the scene shop. I have improv, 2 to 3 days a week, so I mean, schedule's pretty full. But I mean, I just realized I got another event coming up the day before Halloween. It's about to be pretty cool. So yeah, I got a lot of stuff coming up, but it'll be alright. You gotta balance things out, and hopefully you'll have some trick-or-treating time. and it'll all be fun. Because that's what Halloween's all about. Well, looks like we're just about out of time, folks. I'm glad you listened to this. Very low energy. I apologize. It's been a long week. A lot of stressful stuff's gone on. Lost my phone for like 40 minutes, and that was stressful. Just a lot of hard things, some midterms and tests and whatnot. But you know what? Next week, I'm sure I'll be much more excited. So stay tuned for next week. Not sure what I'll talk about. I honestly come up with the topic of discussion like a few minutes before I film. So we'll see what happens. Thank you for listening. Have a good day. Hope your Halloween's great. Again, if you have any suggestions for whatever reason for what you want me to be for Halloween, leave it in the comment section below. Alrighty, guys. Again, I forgot the sign off. Oh, no, I have a friend who always gets on me for getting it. Alright, bye.